of Senior Master Sergeant Joe Jackson. Please welcome one of the finest bands in the entire world.
evening, everybody. I'm Master Sergeant Kevin Burns, and we are the Airmen Note from nearby Bowling Air Force Base in Washington, D.C. And we are thrilled to be here tonight at the National Trumpet Competition. I know the trumpets are completely thrilled. I don't know about the trombone section. They're like, great, a room full of trumpet players. But we're going to have a great time tonight. We really are enjoying this evening. To get to be with you and to get to be with the amazing featured artists that we have coming up in just a little bit. But tonight, before speaking of trombones, I would like to introduce to you the leadership of the Airmen Note, all right in the trombone section. First of all, the music director, he hails from Dallas, Texas, also on lead trombone. I'd like to say hello to Senior Master Sergeant Joe Jackson. And I'd also like for you to meet the leader of the Airmen Note. He hails from Titusville, Florida, and with a name like his, he should have been a trumpet player, but he chose the dark side. He's the bass trombonist for the Airmen Note, and that is Chief Master Sergeant Dudley High Note. I can say that in front of these folks. And I'd also like to give a shout out, excuse me here, I'm touching something I shouldn't. I'd like to give a shout out to the special guest of ours this evening. He's joined us, a fabulous trumpet player himself. He's the Deputy Commander for the United States Air Force Band, Lieutenant Colonel Alan Serix, and his wife Betty. They might be up in the balcony. Thanks for coming out, sir. Well, we're going to continue on with a feature number. Going to feature one of our trumpet players, a wonderful jazz trumpet player from Altoona, Pennsylvania, Tim Leahy. He's going to feature on a beautiful flugelhorn ballad. It's called My Foolish Heart. Please welcome to the microphone Senior Master Sergeant Tim Leahy. sirree. Before we go on to the next tune, I want to mention that the Airman Note does have a website that please visit and here to check out more about the band's hair bios. There is some great streaming music from some recent guest artists, series programs, and some great music on there. Also, a brand new thing for the Airman Note, we officially have an officially sanctioned Air Force Airman Note Facebook page, which is no kidding. Now this is cool because the Air Force has embraced social networking, which means we actually have a site that you can contribute your stuff to our site. So the pictures you're taking, video, whatever, join us, put it up there. Let us know how you enjoyed this evening. We'd love to see it. All right. So coming up next, you're really gonna love this tune. This is gonna feature not only the very talented vocalist from the Airman Note, but one of the finest lead trumpet players in the nation. Did I say that right? Yeah. It was Brian McDonald, my buddy. There you go, my $5. Yes. Please sing My Romance. Please welcome to the microphone from Broadway, New York, vocalist Paige Martin.
Doesn't need to have a moon in the sky. My romance doesn't need a blue lagoon standing by. No maid, no twinkling stars, no hideaway, no soft guitars. My romance doesn't need
right, now it's time to bring out the big guns. The featured artist for this evening really needs no introduction in a room full of trumpet players. But this is a man whose career has taken him to that elite level of musicians where you could literally go out in the street, pick anybody, and whether they knew his name or had even know what a trumpet player was, there's a darn good chance that they will have heard his playing. Well, the sheer volume of his recorded music, television, major motion pictures, brilliant playing has taken him to the top of the heap. And we're very proud to be able to be on stage with him this evening. The spirit of this gentleman literally lives from week to week within the Bergeron Note. And what I mean by that is that, when we get to a rehearsal, there's some challenging piece that's particularly hard or high or difficult or whatever. I mean, inevitably, at least once a week, one of the trumpet section cats will turn to the music director and say, "Dude, why don't you just hire Wayne Bergeron?" And tonight we have Wayne Bergeron. Yes. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the microphone the incomparable Wayne Bergeron.
tenor saxophone. Joe Jackson on the trombone. And Bergeron Note. All right, well, that was quite a hit in the mouth. You didn't recognize that first tune. You have no children. There's a Disney movie called Aladdin, which I had the good fortune of playing on. But I have a 4.5-year-old little girl now, and so we're pretty Disney to death at our house. I mean, I've seen this Aladdin punk, every movie he's done now, about 25, 30 times each. And Cinderella and that other little tramp, Ariel. I'm not Disney up to here, I've had enough of Disney. Anyway, this great arrangement that was done by a very good friend of mine, a great saxophone player from Los Angeles named Bill Liston, who writes for television and orchestrates a lot of things and does a lot of school band charts and things like that. And he wrote that for the great Cuban trumpet player Arturo Sandoval for the IAJE convention that was held at the Disneyland Hotel about 8 or 9 years ago, maybe. And what the story behind this thing is it was written for Arturo, and there were several other features written for him as well as the other guest stars. We had Kevin Mahogany and Maureen McGovern and a few other folks. But Arturo had taken 3 weeks off from playing the trumpet. He was on vacation. So he said he hadn't touched his horn. So he came in and we had all these features written for him. He goes, I don't want to play this crap. I just want to play the piano and jam on my own tune. So that's basically what he did. So I stole this chart. Okay, there I said. If you look carefully, his name was in the upper right-hand corner. And I played it out, then re-xeroxed it. So I had to play it that night, so I figured. So I took it and recorded it. And I actually just told him about it the other night. I was in Miami. And there's probably a hit out on me now for this thing. So big dude, too, you know. So anyway, the next thing we're going to do here is an original composition by another very good friend of mine, Mr. Tom Kubis. If you know big band jazz, you know Tom Kubis' name. He's written about 3,000 or 4,000 charts or something ridiculous like he's been writing since high school. And a little story about this chart is my most recent CD. He asked me if I needed another tune, and we didn't have a blues yet. So I said, well, how about a blues? And he said, what key? I said, well, G minor. That's the only key I can play. And so we talked about it for a minute, and we talked about what we wanted to do. Okay, left it like that. I figured in a couple of months I'd get a chart. Well, the next day I get an email. I figured Tom wants to talk about the chart. Well, I opened the email up with this attachment, and the whole chart was done, copied, finished, with a complete demo, with Tom playing all the saxophone parts, all the rhythm section parts. Fortunately, he doesn't play trombone yet, but he's just started playing trumpet a couple of years ago, and this guy's really pissing me off. And what he's been doing with the trombones is he plays alto horn. But at least I can get an idea what the chart sounds like, you know, so I can hear what it sounds like. And he told me it took him 6 innings of an Angels baseball game to write this picture. So keep that in mind. And I did not title this. This is called High Clouds and a Good Chance of Wayne. I know it's just really stupid. Jack Muller on the baritone saxophone. Paul Henry on the bass violin. That's a pretty good chart for 6 innings of an Angel thing. You know. Put a solo in there and all those notes and all that stuff to play, and a bunch of blood-curdling high notes. All that stuff that we love so much. Well, you might not. Painful for me. Hey, this next thing, I figured instead of doing just all my usual stuff that I do, Joe and I, when we were putting the schedule together for this thing, he said, hey, we got some really nice things in our library you might want to take a crack at, So this next really beautiful tune, the tune that we'll be together again, really gorgeous song, Mr. Alan Baylock, the staff writer for this group here, did this really beautiful chart, and I'm going to give it a shot here. This is We'll Be Together Again. Thank you very much. Got a beautiful song? Really nice. What about Brian McDonald back there on first trumpet? Brian, in my opinion, is the premier lead trumpet player in this country right now. I'm his biggest fan. Also, like I say, I find him very attractive and a heterosexual. Because I'm not that way, really. I mean, but, when we saw Brokeback Mountain, you remember that? No, it's not that kind of thing. It's not that kind of feeling. It's more like, remember when you were in gym? You know, you climb the rope. You climb the rope. That feeling. That's the feeling I get. I'm very sorry about that. Very classless. Anyway, Alan Baylock arranger wherever he is. Alan, great child. This next thing we're going to play here is also by Bill Liston. You might notice, anybody that's seen me play anywhere, I do a lot of Bill Liston charts, I do a lot of Tom Cruise charts, I do a lot of Gordon Goodwin charts, and there's a reason for that. There's a lot of other great writers, obviously, but I've known these guys since we were kids. We worked at Disneyland together. I met Bill Liston when we were 15 years old, I think, and you know, they write great charts. I played on all their big band records. You know, we're good friends, but I got to be honest with you, the main reason that I play their charts, well, they're free. Thank you for that. It's hard to get good help sometimes. I have to tell them we're very professional. So anyway, it's true though, because we had kind of a bartering deal. Like Tom Kubis and I've never taken a dime from him for any recording session I've ever. Well, he's never offered to pay me either. If he would have, I wouldn't have taken a dime. So when they passed the slip around, the W-4 slip to get paid and get our benefits, I'd always write no charge, benefits only. And just as a friend, I don't want to take his money. If a record label's paying for it, that's a different story. And I'm going to take money for this gig, by the way, Danny. You know, we have a little bartering system. So if I need a chart, I can just tell him, you know, I want to do this. As a matter of fact, I called him the other day, and I said, hey, you know that tune, I'll Be Seeing You, that old song, I really like that. Well, 2 days later, I had the demo in my thing, and so he's very nice about that. I mean, let's face it, nobody's getting rich playing. Well, I mean, I kind of am, but most people are getting rich playing big band music. That's so not true. So anyway, this is Bill Liston's clever adaptation of Waltz of the Flowers, and I'd also had a cool idea for this tune earlier, where I was going to have the trumpets come down front on this thing in tutus possibly to do the dance, but after watching these guys change in the back room, it's not a good idea. I know the girls are whistling, but it's not attractive. So anyway, this is Bill Liston's Waltz of the Flowers. really not necessary to do that. Does he like that makes the rest of us feel when he does that? Anyway, really fantastic. Now, that's what we're doing. We're going to bring the lovely Paige Martin back out here. I almost wore that dress tonight too. I'm so glad I didn't. It's so embarrassing. I don't think so. I don't think so. Anyway, Paige and I met. Do you remember when we met? We were at the IAJ. It wasn't anything like that. There was no pole dancing involved. There was none of that. We were at where were we? IAJE. No, not IAJE in New York. And you know what? Okay, I'll show you what I know. Sure, it wasn't New York. Okay. Anyway, we were giving blood together for Michael Brecker, so it was New York. That was New York. That's when I met you. She sat next to me. She goes, "Are you in Bergeron Note?" She goes, "Oh, Ron McDonald's gonna be really bugged that he's not here." So anyway, we sat there and gave blood together, and I remember I passed out or something. It was really... Oh, really? So anyway, that's how this thing going on. We're going to do this thing that's on. What CD is this on? Maybe you can talk about this. Such brave defenders. And we had this idea, it's a 2-trumpet feature. We decided we'd come down and make it a vocal and 3-trumpet feature. And this is Alan Baylock's great arrangement of Amazing Grace. Paige Martin on the vocals. Anybody? Oh yeah, Kevin Burns on the trumpet. Say Brian McDonald for a trumpet player. Alan Taylor for Ray Berry.
Wayne Bergeron. Got a call, I believe it was last fall, from Denny Edelbrock about the opportunity to appear again at the National Trumpet Competition. And why wouldn't we want to come out and play for a bunch of trumpeters, right? It's indeed. Very knowledgeable audience. We certainly appreciate it. It sounds like we're really enjoying ourselves. And then the icing on the cake was when he said, and yeah, how about featuring Wayne Bergeron with you all? And of course, we jumped at the opportunity, and it has been a real pleasure. We had a quick rehearsal yesterday afternoon. He literally flew in, I think, yesterday morning, right? Yeah, he was in Miami the night before with Arturo. I'm sure that was a lot of fun. And so we just wanted to take a moment to give him a small token of appreciation from our commander, Colonel Dennis M. Leyendecker, Commander and Music Director. So on behalf of the members of the Bergeron Note and the Colonel, I'd like to just give you a picture of the band. And the sentiment on it is thank you for your incredible artistry and friendship to Wayne Bergeron, 13 March 2009. Thank you so much, Wayne. We really appreciate it.
Ex-wife, and I know right where this is going to go. I'm sorry, God rest her soul. She's not dead or anything, but it's like saying that. Anyway, we got one more thing for you we're going to do here, and this is, before I go, I want to thank, first of all, I want to thank a few people. I'd like to thank Denny Edelbrock and Fred Powell, who's actually the one that contacted me with these guys, and wanted to say thank you to them and for the whole organization at this great event, for everything in the hospitality. So. All the fine folks at Yamaha that make these great instruments I get to play. They're here and they've been fantastic, so thank you, Yamaha. Speaking of hospitality, I got to say, when I came in here, you know, we're all adults here, you know, so after rehearsal, a few of us went out and had some dinner and had a couple of adult beverages. And, just, you know, 2, 3, 15 beers, something like that. But, I mean, I don't want to say we had too much to drink, but guys, it's good to be back in men's clothing again, isn't it? Actually, I'm kidding about the drinking part. So anyway, this last very affordable arrangement I have here by Mr. Tom Cruise, it's called the Rhythm Method. Any Catholics here? You know what that is? Yeah, you were the 9 kids back there. That wouldn't work. So, it actually has nothing to do with that. It's based on I got rhythm chord changes, and it's got an impossible line in it, but we're going to play it anyway. And so feature a bunch of cats in the band, and thank you very, very much. It's been my pleasure to be here. Jeff Martin on the drum roll. Dave McDonald on the drums. Thank you so much. My name is Wayne Bergeron. I'm a jazz player on the guitar. Thank you very